This is ILTV on the hour, bringing the biggest stories from Israel and the Middle East in just 5 minutes. I'm Shosh Bedrosian, and today is day 655 of the war in Gaza. Let's get into all the top headlines at this hour. IDF tanks officially entered the Hamas stronghold city of Deir al-Balah, a location in central Gaza where IDF troops have not been on the ground yet. The IDF confirms its efforts into the city were spearheaded by the Golani Infantry Brigade, accompanied by tanks and combat engineers. Meanwhile, artillery and airstrikes took place overnight and this morning. The new IDF ground expansion comes as the U.S. and Israel work to pressure Hamas into making a deal, as they still have not yet responded to the ceasefire and hostage proposal that was delivered to them last week. Reports say Hamas leadership is waiting on the response of the military wing inside of Gaza. Meanwhile, American officials criticized the group for delaying their response as their own people inside of the enclave continue to die each day they don't respond. Let's also remember that 50 hostages are still in Hamas captivity at this time, with 20 of them believed to be alive. And heartbreak, pain, and tragedy are being felt in Israel today after the IDF announced 2 soldiers were killed inside of Gaza. IDF reservist Sergeant Major Vladimir Loza fell in combat operations with the 5th Brigade in Rafah yesterday night. An initial IDF probe finds Loza was killed after a blast caused a building to collapse, suspecting there was an explosive device planted inside of it. The 36-year-old from Ashkelon leaves behind his wife and young daughter. And the IDF also announced the death of 19-year-old Staff Sergeant Amit Cohen from Holon from the Golani Brigade. Initial reports indicate he was killed during an explosion inside of Khan Yunis. He leaves behind his parents and his 2 siblings. May their memories forever be a blessing. We also have new information coming out about the massacres against the Druze community in Syria now, as an American citizen is now confirmed as one of the victims that were rounded up by government forces and executed in the Druze city of Sweda, alongside family members. You're taking a look at the 35-year-old Hussam Saraya, who was an American, Syrian, and part of the Druze community, the ethnic group that was targeted by Bedouin tribes, government forces, and other militia groups in Syria last week during sectarian clashes. Family members say Saraya was in a home last week when government forces came inside, claiming they were searching for weapons when 8 men in the home were rounded up and taken outside. They left all of the women inside of the home. A family member described them as being kidnapped, and 12 hours later, a video emerged on social media of the 8 men being executed. The video shows men in uniform shouting, "God is great," while shooting the men. Saraya studied accounting and finance in Oklahoma, and according to his Instagram, he became an American citizen in 2023 and was the founder and CEO of a school in Sweda. State officials in Oklahoma confirmed his death on social media, with the U.S. Senator James Lankford saying he's, quote, heartbroken, and said Saraya was an Oklahoman and member of the Druze community. You can see that statement on the screen right now. And Congressman Mark Wayne Mullen also says he's working with partners in the region to learn more and that they're in touch with the governor of Oklahoma. And this morning, Israelis in Tel Aviv and communities outside of the city woke up to sirens sounding around 5 a.m. after the IDF detected the launch of a ballistic missile by the Houthis from Yemen. The IDF confirms it was successfully intercepted. The attack comes after Israel struck a strategic port of the terror proxy in Yemen on Monday, using drones to conduct the attack. The defense minister confirmed those strikes in response to recent Houthi drone and missile attacks on Israel. And we also know that just in the last few minutes, the Houthis actually fired another ballistic missile at Israel, but it was intercepted and fell outside of the country's borders. That's a wrap here on ILTV on the hour. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next update.